And he's looking at me all confused, like, I don't know what you're asking me. I was like, well, we're gonna pack the bearings. And he looks down on the ground, and there's my spindle. He'd already cut my spindle off. I was like, oh, you weren't supposed to cut my spindle off.
Oh my God.
Why is the parking flashing? Is your door not shut? Yep. That was it.
Yeah, I didn't shut it that hard because my fucking brake was in there.
Oh, I thought I was pulling in where the brown truck was, but maybe I'm going through the bay next to the brown truck.
I think so.
Actually, there's somebody.
There's another bay.
Does he want it in this closest bay?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. I might be better off backing into that bay, bro. Yeah, I made it. Freaking amazing. It's like I can drive a truck sometimes. She just knows me. She's a knower.
It just probably smells.
Just a certain smell, fat butts?
Yeah. No. Get down. You stay. I'll be right back.
Down. Get down. Ooh, careful. Are you okay? Are you okay? Holy smokes. Calm down. Yeah. I tried telling you. Yeah. Yep. Calm down. Move. It's like, what are you weirdos doing in the hallway? We are under a tornado warning right now.
They're freaked out.
I could understand. I mean, it is bad out. Oh. Let's turn the AC off. Okay. Shit.
Sit. Girl.
Boss, get in here, buddy. Come on.
Why is he on the bed now?
Yeah, he's never on her bed. What are you doing, Lita?
Trying to put this filter in. Do you remember if it, like, you could see it?
No. I reached up in there and snatched it out. I had no idea how hard it was going to be to put it back in. Not a clue. I just reached up in there and snatched it out.
Yeah. No, I watched the video.
I didn't watch that far into the video.
Oh, man.
I thought the hard part was taking this apart.
No.
No, the hard part is the filter.
I mean, it's in those tracks. Is it bunched up in the back? How are you supposed to know? Like.
And 3 weeks later. Good morning. It has been 3 weeks
In 3/4 of a mile
since we dropped our trailer off.
75 north.
What's the story with that, woman? Woman?
I thought we weren't going to talk about it.
Well, here's the story. I called up Fleet Pride when we were north of Georgia, in Tennessee. Said, hey man, looking for a place that can work on my trailer. I think my bushings have gone bad. How far backed up are you? So no, we got time, bring it in. I'm like, so if I bring it in tomorrow, you guys can work on it. I said, because I don't have time to be sitting around waiting. No, we got time, bring it in.
75 north.
So we brought it in, and then two mechanics came out and looked at the bushings in the parking lot with it still hooked up to my truck. And they're like, these bushings are still good. It's like, oh really? Because this plastic ring. It's like, no, they still look good. I was like, okay, well, while I'm here, I've been taking my trailer to another place, and they can't seem to get this this seal, our back left axle to seal. So they've been packing the bearing with grease. I'm like, can you guys take a look at that and tell me what you think? So they had me pull the trailer into the bay and drop it, and then I don't know, I gave them a week. Like I was like, I'll give them a week, right, to work on it. I started calling it the second week. Every day on the second week I'd call up, and they'd be like, oh, let me get your number, I'll call you right back. Next day I'd call, hey, I called yesterday, you were supposed to call me back. Oh yeah, let me get your number, I'll call you right back. For 2 weeks that happened. Finally on the third week, no, that was still going on the third week. I don't know, it's all a big blur. Anyways, he called us in to come look at the trailer. He showed me that there's something called a spider. It's like the bracket that's welded to your axle that your S-cam runs through. The hole that the S-cam runs through was a little wallered out. I'm like, that's crazy, because I just had all this replaced. Not the spiders, but I went and bought all new S-cams, all new bushings, all new everything, and had Fussell in Valdosta put everything on. And they actually ended up giving me 2 of the S-cams back that I bought saying that all of them were good. It was good to go. I bought the new bearing things that like you weld to the axle tube and everything. Like everything was supposed to be brand new. And they called me in there and they showed me in that there's no way. There's no way. So they gave me a quote. The axle surgeon was actually there. I don't know, a lot of you guys in the comments have been telling me to call this company, Axle Surgeon or whatever their name is. He was actually there working on another axle. And the guy's like, I can get a quote from him and see what it'll cost to replace that spindle. Oh, they showed me the spindle. I didn't think the spindle was bad. I'm like, why do you think it's not? And they're like, well, it feels like there's a little groove here. And I felt it, I'm like, I don't think there's a groove there, bro. But anyways, so they gave me a quote of like $4,500 to replace my spider and my spindle. And I was like, there's no way. I'm like, just do me a favor, re-quote me, just doing the spider. And then they said there was something wrong with the brake drum and they wanted to replace the brakes on that. I'm like, give me a quote just to replace the spider. And I said, I have new S-cams at home that we never used. I'll bring in the S-cam. Give me a quote for that. So waited a couple more days, and then I get an email from them. Hey, we can't seem to find your number. Give me a call. I'm like, bro, you guys have wrote down my number every single day for 3 weeks. My number should be written all over that office. So I give him a call, because I get the email at like 5:30 in the afternoon. I give him a call, he doesn't answer. I tried calling him again, he doesn't answer. Finally, he calls me back at like 6:30, and he's like, okay, this is the deal. This will be the quote. I was like, okay, yeah. So I told him, I only want the spider. I only want the spider replaced and everything else to put it back together. He's like, all right, well, do me a favor. Send me an email to this address saying what you want done. That way I have proof of it since I'm not in the office anymore. So I told Lita, hey, send an email to this email. So Lita sent an email. Okay, we only want the spider replaced. That's what the email said. We only want the spider replaced. And I told him I would come up, this was on Friday. I can't remember what day it was. I'm like, I'll come up, I think it was Friday, because I had to go back up there on a Monday. Anyways, it's like, I'll come up there Monday morning and I'll bring you these parts. And then you guys can figure out if there's something missing or if we need to do something with ordering parts. I get up there at 9:30 in the morning and the axle surgeon's already sitting at the back of my trailer, and he's got like this big metal thing attached to my axle. And I asked him, I was like, hey man, do you think we can get that spindle to seal without like cutting it off and replacing it? You know, and I gave him a story how, you know, they couldn't get it to seal and we've been having to pack the bearings. And he's looking at me all confused, like, I don't know what you're asking me. I was like, well, we're gonna pack the bearings. And he looks down on the ground and there's my spindle. He'd already cut my spindle off. I was like, oh, you weren't supposed to cut my spindle off. He's like, that's not what they told me. I was like, I guess I gotta go talk to him then. So I went in the office and I talked to the guy that I emailed. I'm like, hey man, you guys were only supposed to replace the spider. I'm like, we talked about this. You had me email you. He's like, oh yeah, I mean, I figured you just wanted the spindle replaced. I'm like, you had me email you what I wanted done. Okay, all right. Well, I guess we'll take care of it. A couple days later, they call me up. They're like, hey, your trailer's done. Oh, I asked them about, they said it needed a alignment. So we go and pick it up, and they hand me the bill. And the quote that they gave me to replace the spider was $1,350, and the quote they gave me to replace the spindle was $1,350. So that was like separate charges to do each, right? So I noticed on the new bill, the final bill that they gave me, they only put to replace the spider $2,000. I was like, why did it go from replacing the spider for $1,350 up to $2,000? And the guy that was ringing it up, he's like, oh, well, we know that we made a mistake, so we only charged you half. I'm like, that's not the point. You can't bring me your truck for an oil change and I put new tires on and I'd be like, oh, I'm going to charge you for new tires. No, you do what I tell you to do. So we were sitting there for a bit and finally they end up taking the spindle price off. So we got a new spindle put on the trailer. But when we went and picked up the trailer was kind of at an angle. They kind of had it parked on a little bit of a hill. And the oil wasn't showing up to the oil fill, and I was like, well, that's probably just because we're kind of parked on a hill. I'll check it when we go to leave out in the morning. And where I parked it, holy smokes, that dude stuck his cones in the road. Was level. And I've got a bunch of those Lucas oil things, and I forgot to grab one this morning. Unless we have one in the back, behind my seat. I don't think we do. We're gonna have to pick up some oil. They didn't fill the hub up with oil. I don't know. I can't find a shop. Somebody mentioned in a comment there's a place in Georgia that does it. They were backed up, and they quoted me. This is before they told me the bushings were good, which maybe, I don't know, man. Like, they told me the bushings are good, and I called them and told them that I needed bushings, but when they seen the trailer, they're like, the bushings are fine. I don't know. Anyways, I called the place in Georgia that somebody mentioned in the comments, and they wanted $600 just in parts per corner, and they told me it would take 16 hours worth of labor per axle to replace the bushings. And I said, 16 hours per axle? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, what do you charge per axle? He's like, I don't know. I think it's like $150 to $200 an hour. I was like, holy smokes. So you're thinking 16 hours per axle. You guys are going to charge me 32 hours times 150 or 200, whatever you guys decide on that day. I was like, and they were backed up. Anyways, today is Thursday. We are headed to Ocilla, Georgia. We're taking a load over to Philadelphia, Mississippi. It's supposed to be a load of tractors. No ramps needed. It's supposed to be docks on both sides. They're guesstimating about 44,000 pounds. And we should be able to do it in a day. We should be able to pick up today and unload in the morning. That puts us over by that trucking company that we pulled that triple brokered load for. So as soon as we get loaded up, I'm going to give him a call or give him a text and be like, hey, we're going to be in the area tomorrow if you have anything. Because he's been, well, I mean, he was blowing me up there for a while, but I haven't heard from him in a while. Maybe it's just like, he's like, I'm tired of texting him to see if he's in the area. It's hard to get into that side of Alabama. So anyways, we'll get this thing loaded up, and I don't know. Maybe he has something coming out of there, maybe he doesn't. But we're back on the road making videos again. Yay! I wish I could just have a film crew follow me around and edit. Like, I enjoy talking to the camera. Actually getting in there and editing, oh, it's the picking out the music. Ah, Robert, the music you pick sucks anyways. Well, so be it, but it's tough picking out music, huh?
Yeah.
Because I want my videos to have like time lapses and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm sleepy. We basically sat around the house playing video games. Went and seen Mom on Mother's Day. Went and seen Dad last night. He had a whole bunch of work done on his RV. In one of the last videos, I think I was talking about Dad having surgery. He had some surgery on his nose or something, and then he's good now. His shoulder still hurts him from his other surgery, but I think everybody's doing good. The doggies are doing good. Our new doggie's doing good. He's such a sweetheart, man. I'll be honest with you, man. When we first fostered him, when Mason came to me and it was like, hey, this dog has nowhere to go. Because I'd gone over their house before and met that dog, and there was a little Chihuahua that bit me. But he just looks mean. The pictures don't do him justice. Where when he's walking up to you or he's barking at you, you're like, this dog is gonna eat me alive.
Yeah.
But he is such a sweetheart. So he's doing good. Fat Butts and Mackie are doing good. Chickens are doing good. Let's see what else. Mason's been working his butt off at his new job. Super proud of him, man. He's doing like 6-7 days a week, grinding. So he's working for a plumber now. So he's going to become a plumber. I'm like, bro, that's a great career to get into, and he's making good money. I'm like, dude, learn the trade. I'll come work for you. We'll do this. You can tell me what to do. I'll work for my boy. I'm not afraid. My dad worked for me for a while when I was doing masonry after he had retired. But I don't know. I just don't know what to do anymore. It's I mean, this load's pretty decent. I think this load's $2.90 a mile, and it's close to the house, and that's kind of hard to find. I think fuel. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sleepy. I'm used to sleeping until 11 o'clock. Yeah, I know. Can you believe it?
Well, but how late did we stay up?
Okay, how late did you stay up, Lita? How late were you staying up when we were home?
How late were you staying up?
There were some nights we would stay up till like 11 o'clock at night. And then we wouldn't go to bed till like 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, it's terrible. I'm a terrible person. I've lost my grind. It's hard to be super motivated to get out here and bust your butt when everything is just bad, you know? And then the trailer, like, I didn't expect to be home that long, so I didn't get into really any projects at the house.
Yeah.
It almost rained every single day we were home.
We shouldn't have been home that long. They said they were going to start working on it. That's why we left it with them, because they said they weren't busy.
That is why I deadheaded from Tennessee all the way to Georgia, because they said that they could get me right in. What's crazy is my trailer sat in a bay of their shop for 3 weeks, and it did not affect them. It's like, that's how slow you guys are, that you can have my trailer sit in your bay, but you guys can't jump on it like you promised me you would. I don't know. What can you do? All right, I guess I've been probably talking for 16 minutes and 50 seconds. 17 minutes you've been blabbing your mouth for, woman. All right, we'll see you there. Jeez. Okay, so we're in the left lane.
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination.
So we have to go through their parking lot to get in here. Is he talking about this left right here, maybe? Oh, I see. Maybe it's that place up there.
In 500 feet, arrive at 814 North Irwin Avenue on the left.
You think it's back? Yeah, that's it,
That's
right?
it.
Ross Equipment.
Ross Equipment.
Look how muddy it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
we get ourselves into, man? I can't make some of those turns. Let me, this is crazy, bro. Let me pull up here and block everybody and go find out what is going on here. Because this is crazy, dude. What is this? Why is this camera flopping around? I see a dock right there with a tractor on it.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds like we're getting a bunch of junk. We're gonna steamroller, some tractors, a backhoe, all kinds of stuff. This car just pulled in our way. I have to drive my freshly washed truck through the mud. This wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be. Is that us beeping now, backing up? I wonder why it takes so long to start beeping now.
I don't know, the Mac used to do that.
Trying to pick that tractor up and set it on top of that backhoe boom. Oh, come on, camera, pay attention. That's wild. After this, we have to go all the way back home because we forgot our hotspot and the other camera. Yeah, let me go take a look at this tire. All right, we are somewhere in Alabama now, doing our 30-minute break. So we had to run back to the house because we forgot our hotspot. I forgot a camera. That's why there was no loading footage on that. And I picked up some oil for our axle, and I feel like there was something else. Anyways, I never showed you guys this load. It is a mess of a load. He still had one more tractor and some air compressors, and he's like, I don't think I can fit it on here. It's like, no, you can't fit it on here. It's a full load. So this is it. I mean, there's a backhoe boom right here. There's one right here that he just used a forklift and picked the front of the tractor up and put it over. So that's chained down. But we put some straps through the tires just because we were running out of room where to pull chains to. Man, it stinks around here. Yeah, this is it's kind of a mess of a load, honestly. I don't know. I'm gonna put you guys up in the truck. Let's check this oil on this. And I need to check these chains, walk the dogs, do our 30-minute break. We'll probably see you guys again when we stop tonight. I think we're gonna be about an hour from our stop. I end up finding another load picking up. It's gonna be a day cab semi-truck going up to Ohio. Might swing by and check on Grandma again, see if she's gotten out of rehab. And yeah, we'll see you tonight. There he is. It's wild, huh?
Yeah. I think he was on his phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hands free, man. Hands free. He needs a trucker headset.